What is going on, my friends? Andrew Axum with Axum Outdoor Adventures, out here doing a little evening shooting, and I actually found a target in my shed over there that I forgot I had. I bought this at the end of the season last year, and it's one of those simple shot resetting targets. As you shoot each bottom one up, it rests on that bar there, and then you can shoot the top one, reset them all. Last year I just had this at ground level. That wasn't a lot of fun, so I thought I'd put it up on something higher this year. All I did was drilled a couple of holes in my 2x4, just stuck it down in there. It gets it up off the ground a little bit for me, so having some fun shooting at that. A couple of weeks ago I showed you guys how I used my magnets to pick up my ammo. I actually picked up an Allen wrench and a screw out of the yard this time. So a couple of weeks ago I told you guys I was gonna make some new ammo sorters, but turns out I still had, mine were still in pretty decent shape. And all I did was take some Cool Whip containers and drill some holes out with the respective sizes I need. Now this, I used an 8mm drill bit, and on this one I used a 9.5 meter. And then once you drill the holes, you do have to wiggle them out just a little bit, which takes some time because you need 8mm ammo to actually fall through this one. So you want it to catch stuff that's bigger than 8mm. Got the same thing with 9.5, and I got a couple other containers here. I need to make some more for 1/4 inch and some BBs, but tonight I thought I would just demonstrate how these work with the ammo that I picked up out of the yard here. Now this has a lot of BBs, and I don't know if there's any 1/4 inch in there. I'm sure there's 8mm and 9.5. So I'm going to sort the 8 and 9.5 just to let you see how easy these are to make and use. So I'll take one of these empty ones here. So we'll start with 8mm since the biggest thing we're using is 9.5. I'm going to lower the camera down here where you guys can see this. So we'll take one of these empty containers here, and let's pour some of this in there, and this should keep the 9.5 from going through. You can see we're getting sometimes I'll kind of press to get the stragglers through there. Now I believe we have our 9.5mm. So and some of them, you know, some of the 8s don't necessarily want to pop all the way through there, and you can just kind of press on them a little bit if they're sitting in the hole and you can't quite tell if it's rusty like that one. It looks like an 8, just go ahead and pop it through. But this is a fairly efficient and cheap way to sort your ammo. And go ahead and finish off Some of them's kind of rusty, but we can clean those up. All right, we got all of those done. I think what I'm going to do now so I keep these old coffee cans to keep my different sizes of ammo sorted in. Now that I have these 9.5 sorted, I'm going to dump them in there. But what I'm going to do now, because I do need to sort the rest of those, at one point I had a 1/4 inch and even a BB size of these made up, but I've lost those. I do have a 1/4 inch drill bit in my garage though, so I'm going to go grab it and I'm going to drill a 1/4 inch one. Make some holes in the bottom of this, and since I don't have any 1/4 inch in there right now that I know of, all the BBs should fall through, leaving me just the 8mm. But that's how you kind of do it. Just step down to the different sizes you're doing. I have also in here, I believe, yeah, I've even got some 11mm ammo. So you know, you can make one for as many different sizes as you want. All you need is the containers and the drill bits. I'm going to go get the drill bit, make a 1/4 inch one, and sort the rest of that 8mm. Brought my 8mm back from the garage. So I bought 3 different size, pretty decent drill bits. I don't remember exactly what I paid for them, but I didn't buy the cheapest ones I could find. I got an 8mm, a 9.5, and this one here is actually the 6.3, which is the same as 1/4 inch. So I'm going to take that one. And oh, I left the Cool Whip container in the garage. I'll be back. I said Cool Whip. This is actually whipped topping. We are thrifty shoppers here at the Axum household. So I'm going to make some 1/4 inch holes. That's kind of sure that's the safest way I could have done that, but it worked. Okay, I don't have any more empty containers now. Oh damn. Let's just do that. Let's improvise. Okay, see how though some of those tabs are still sticking up in there? I'm going to tear those out. To make the ammo fall through a little easier. All right. So, actually, this container here is empty now. That works out. So everything, theoretically, except for the 8mm should fall through this because we've already picked the 9.5 out. I try to push them through, kind of make sure, like a mortar and pestle or something, that the smaller stuff is going down through. Now look at that. Pretty sure that is all 8mm, and in the bottom there is exactly what I thought, a bunch of BBs. I don't know if you guys can see those. I'm going to run, actually I'm going to go put these in my BB container real quick. Because I also have a .177 thing of BBs I keep there. I don't shoot BBs a ton. But it's fun to have them on hand because you never know when you want to. There's still coffee in that. Okay, I'm going to run these through the 9.5mm one more time, just to make sure I got all those out of there. I think I did, but and yep, those all fell through, so we can comfortably call those 8mm now. Alright, and so now I have a complete set, well, almost. I have 9.5, 1/4 inch, and 8mm sorters. I can certainly get more containers and build me another BB sorter and 11mm ammo, whatever size you want. All you gotta do is get the containers and the drill bit, and it's really that simple. I like building things for playing with slingshots. I think part of the fun of the entire hobby is the DIY aspect. I remember when I was new to the hobby and I posted a video or pictures, I can't remember, of the magnets that I made for picking up in the yard. Somebody commented that you could buy a Harbor Freight magnet roller for less money and less effort than I put into that, and that's probably true. That wasn't that expensive. The magnets cost a little bit, but it's not just about saving money. Sometimes it's just the fun of building something, even if it's just something very simple. So they do sell these, and I'm sure they're quality ones at different places. I've seen them online, but that's pretty cheap right there. So that's what I would stick with. Now, if you are interested in these targets, I believe these are still, I bought this last year, but I believe these are still available on simpleshot.com, and they weren't very expensive. I think it was $10 or $15. I mean, that's pretty affordable price for a resetting metal target. But I just wanted to spend a little time with you guys tonight because I enjoy when I get to hang out with you guys, and had the night off tonight, want to get out here and play a little bit. But that's something I had been wanting to share with you guys, is that quick little hack for sorting your ammo. All you need is Tupperware container, cool whipped topping container, and drill bit. It's really that simple. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. If this has helped you, don't forget to go down and hit like and subscribe and all that stuff. I've had fun hanging out with you guys. Thanks a lot. See you next time.